Page 14, shadows. 4/4 time. No sharps or flats in the key signature, but we got accidentals all over. In the right hand, you're starting out with a C flat, puts you in this position. So it's here. And then a C D, second line. Now they're saying 3/2 for the next measure. You ought to rest. You can move up. In my opinion, it's unnecessary. I see no reason for a 3/2. You're in this position, why not use 4/5? So somebody else will have to explain to you why you need to use 3/2. I can't. I prefer 4/5. I don't want to move my hand if I don't have to. So that's it. And then the third line is similar. And the last line you do have to move, because now you got to come all the way up to this position. You're going up an octave. Up here. You're here, now you go to here. Like so. Left hand. Down here. Then crossover. You might be tempted to go 5/2/1. If you don't mind having your thumb up on the black key and your hand up in this area, there's nothing wrong with that. You can do that here, but I'd encourage you, because we can use the practice, go ahead and cross over. It's rest. 1, rest. 3, rest. And then do it again. And then second line. And that's pretty much what it is, except the bottom. When you get down to the bottom, the last two measures, the last note, I don't know why they put an X on that. I mean, it can be a note. They could have put a quarter note on that with a staccato. All they want you to do is play the lowest C on a piano. Well, that note written in the second, the second ledger line below the staff is this C. So they would have to put an 8 VA under it. I don't know if you've had 8 VA or not, but the lowest C on your piano, on an 88 key piano, it'd be this one down here. If you have a short keyboard, you just play the lowest C you have. It's just whatever. So that's really what that is. Just go down and play the lowest C, and it doesn't matter what finger you use. Any finger's handy. And it's staccato. Nothing down here in the bottom is staccato. I mean, you can't play it real short, but you do the best the piano will allow you to do, as short as it will. Then you put the hands together. What do we have? Now in this second measure, that's a half note. Come up on beat 3. So when the right hand plays that second chord, the left hand comes up. Right there. You say, why? What's the point? And the point is that the music is going to get more and more difficult, and we need to be exact now to get into that habit, because it will matter later on. So be exact on that. Hold it up for 2 counts, or hold it down for 2 counts, and then lift up. Second line. Now, you get all that, and the notes and the rhythms and the fingering working okay. Add the staccatos, the nice wrist action here. It's just staccato all over the place, even at the end. Whatever. Then add the dynamics. It starts out medium loud. Now that's this, you see where the words are? That kind of tells you where the melody is, because sometimes it's hard to tell what's melody. Well, here, the medium loud, then it goes to the melody. It's the word. Keep the other down a little bit, a little softer. Now here, they're both playing the same. I still recommend that you treat the left hand as the melody and the right hand just as a harmony that happens to be playing the same notes an octave higher. So play the left hand a little louder. Keep the right hand really, really soft here. The last line, start it soft. You got 2 measures to get loud. So here, by the end of the first measure, you're up to maybe medium soft. Then here, you go from that medium soft up to a medium loud. Now you're loud. Don't get loud until the 3rd measure. So it's... Then you can add, we did the dynamics, you got the, I had to talk about the accents, just accents, boom. They're accenting a lot of notes here, like in the 1st and 3rd lines. Those are accented. Don't know that they need to be accented, but they're accenting them, so okay, fine. Speed-wise, it just says mysteriously. Fortunately, they give you metronome markings so you can get an idea. So it's like a mysterious thing. You're in a shadow in a haunted house or wherever. I don't know. It's just Now in the 2nd line, last measure, only the 1st note gets an accent and then come off. Because you're behind that chair, let's take a, it's like 2 phrases. Doesn't sound like it, but that's according to the words it is. So forth. So you work it up slowly and gradually speed it up and get to where you can play well enough that you can actually get into the music, because that's where it gets. This would be a fun piece people would enjoy listening to if you can get into it and interpret it, and you're not just playing notes. You want to play music. I like to do a play with me where we're just going to play notes slowly. I'm not doing dynamics. I'll try and do everything else. I'll give us 4 counts, so let's try this out just to make sure we got the right notes and right rhythms. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest.